Okay. Big night tonight, fight night, everybody. How we doing? Let's wait for Jimmy D, boxing historian, to come on board. And we're going to talk about a big fight tonight. Big, big fight. Um, One of the best ever. It was awesome. Wait for Jimmy D to come on. My guy.
How we doing, Phil?
I'm doing good, Jim. How about you?
Good, good. Another good day.
Another good day, right? The sun was shining today. It was a beautiful day out here.
Yes, summer. Thank
I
God.
hope I hope you were practicing your social distancing.
Not really, no. But the heck with that.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, let's talk about boxing and forget about all this stuff that's going on right away. Jim, let's review the first two fights we talked about on fight night. Ali Foreman, okay? Ali Frazier,
Right.
right? Look at the difference in the fight. You know, we pick fights because the round 14, we pick fights where each boxer never quits.
Right.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So Ali Frazier goes the distance round, the first fight, no quit, neither one of those guys.
The fight of the century.
Fight of the century. And then we picked Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard.
The brawl in Montreal.
Neither one quit.
Neither one quit.
So that's why we really picked these fights, because like round 14, never put them down. We never quit. And that's why I love to talk about boxing. You know, a war, we consider life a war. You know, life's a battle, a fight, and these boxing matches. So tonight, a very special fight, in my opinion. Arturo Gatti, one of your favorites and one of my favorites,
Yes.
against Micky Ward.
Okay. You're talking possibly the war of the century. You know.
The war of the century. There's a round in this fight where they call it the round of the century.
Round 9 was called the round of the century.
Wow.
Bill, I've been following boxing. I mean, involved since I was 5. The round seemed like it was 10 minutes.
Wow.
That much action was in the round. It seemed like the round was 10 minutes long. There was so much drama and action. It was 10 minutes, you had to think. It was unreal.
And I mean, the amount of, going over the tapes of this fight, the amount of punches thrown was unbelievable. I mean, talk about conditioning.
Were amazing. And the punches that were landed, though. They actually got hit. They didn't miss. They were getting hit. They were throwing punches and getting hit.
Yeah.
You hit me, I'm hitting you.
That's right. And like the first two fights we went over, it's almost like the same, like two opposite styles. Gatti was, he can go either way, but he was a boxer, more of a boxer, correct?
Yes.
And then Ward.
Gatti was a boxer puncher. Gatti was a boxer puncher.
Yeah, and Ward was just, how do you describe him?
He was just a hardcore puncher, you know.
Or just hardcore.
His thing was he knocked out guys with left hooks, not to the head, Phil, to the body. That was his shot. A whole hook to the body. And guys just dropped.
Wow.
The interesting thing about the first two fights, you know, the guys were basically in their primes. These two guys were thought to be over the hill now. Gatti was 30 right? And he already, you know, he had his title, and he went up all the way to welterweight. Welterweight, and he fought Oscar De La Hoya. He really got trashed because it was too big weight class for him. So he lost some fight. He came back down. A lot of people thought he should have retired already, you know. But he took a new trainer on, Buddy McGirt, a former world champion from Jersey.
Great fighter, Buddy McGirt.
McGirt says, listen, you listen to me, I'm going to make you champ again. And Gatti said, okay, coach, you got it. He made him. He didn't want him to slug no more. Gatti was just, he would get hit and everything would go out the window and he'd try to decapitate you. But he'd get hit too. He'd get hit a lot and he'd get cut because he has his facial features. So McGirt wanted him to box and then set up his punches. Now, Micky Ward, on the other hand, he was 36 already. So he was thought to be over the hill already. You know, WBU title, you know, which is, you know, something. But he was thought to be on the downward slide. His last fight, he lost. So this is supposed to be an easy fight for Gatti and his people, and he took the fight. Lou DiBella signed it, and he took the fight. And they even fought in Micky Ward's back hometown in Connecticut, Mohegan Sun, because Micky Ward's from Boston, Lowell, Massachusetts.
Yeah, so, right over there.
So this is supposed to be an easy fight for Gatti, which yesterday, matter of fact, 18 years ago to the day.
Wow.
Right. It was 18 years ago yesterday.
Wow.
So I remember, like, Saturday night, HBO, A Boxing After Dark.
Wow, that's perfect. So that was the setup. Now, how about the first two fights, Leonard Duran, Ali Frazier? There was a lot of animosity between these two, between those two fighters. But here, I don't think there was so much animosity. I think there was a little bit of respect for each other.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And they didn't really know each other much, but no, there was a mutual respect.
Yeah, both professional fighters. And like you said, Ward's on the way out. So, I mean, you know, does he really want to get into that? He's probably, you know, figuring he's done it 100 times already.
You believe it? He was working as a road grader, Micky Ward. He had a 40-hour-a-week union job. He was a road grader. So in those days, they'd call him a club fighter because he was working during the day and he was fighting at night. So he was like a club fighter. You know, he couldn't even, you know, his boxing didn't pay the bills. He had a job. So, you know, it was supposed to be an easy fight.
It's amazing. And both guys come in such great condition. I mean, if you watch the fight, both guys are like amazing shape.
Oh, well, you could never go that distance to take that punishment and out of shape. No, they were always in. Micky Ward always came to fight. Always came to fight.
You always got your money's worth. And you could say the same thing about Gatti too, right?
Oh, Gatti was you know, he was always in shape, Gatti.
Yeah. And he had his wars already, right? There was 3 or 4 other fights that were unbelievable.
Or Willie Rodriguez. I mean, he had a lot of wars. He would get beat and then come back and knock the guy out.
Wow.
And
yeah.
So,
and was that...
While we're on the subject here, I want to show you some memorabilia from the fight. Would you mind?
Oh, you got some? Absolutely. Show us. I'm dying to see it from the museum.
No, this is from the museum. Now,
okay.
With the camera, you know, to go raise it or whatnot. Now, can you see the picture there?
Yeah, just lower it a little. Just lower it a little. There you go.
All right. That's Ward Gatti. And that's over there in this corner. Irish Micky Ward.
Wow. Autographed.
Arturo Gatti.
Wow.
Take this down a little bit. Can you see the glove?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Down or up?
Down. Okay, perfect.
Micky Ward signed, Arturo Gatti signed.
Wow.
All right.
That's awesome. Yeah.
On the same glove.
Wow.
And I'm going to show you this, Phil. This here.
Oh.
Now, can you see anything on my... Tell me if you can see.
I see a ring. What kind of ring is that? Hold it up a little higher. All right. Wow, that's a lot of diamonds on that ring.
That's Arturo Gatti's first world championship ring.
Stop it.
Okay?
Come on.
No, I'm not kidding you. I mean, it'll say there, you can't see it, December 15th, 1995. That's when he won the junior welterweight title.
What's that, 130 pounds?
136.
136, okay.
135. And on the side, Arturo Thunder Gatti. It's an IBF.
Hold it up a little bit. There it goes. Wow. Pull it back just a little bit, Jimmy. It's blurry. and up. Wow, that's some ring.
This is IBF, International Boxing Federation. That's the World
Wow.
Championship ring.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. You know,
Wow, that's a little bit of history there.
I just wanted to share that with you. You know.
I always like going down memory lane and see a little piece of that. That's amazing. The ring is impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
I met Arturo. I did a security for Arturo like 3 times in New York City.
Oh, okay.
In some nightclubs and whatnot. So you know, I knew him a few times. He was a very nice guy, Arturo.
Good guy, huh? Down to earth.
Gentleman, yeah, down to earth, nice guy.
Wow, most of the true champions are like that, you know, down to earth.
You know, you're champion in and out of the ring.
Absolutely. Wow, that's impressive. That's some stuff. And the autographs. I mean, that's beautiful stuff, man. That picture, I love that picture.
Yeah, and I have over here Arturo's robe too.
Oh, his robe, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's it.
All right. All right, so May 18th, 2002.
That's it.
No hype, but both guys, Gotti's trying to come back up, and Ward's just kind of like coasting on the way out.
Right.
The fight starts. Okay?
Right. And Arturo listens to what his trainer, Buddy McGirt, told him. He's boxing beautifully.
Dancing.
Jab, right hand, moving around, bing, bang, not getting hit. He wins the first 2 rounds just by boxing and doing everything Buddy McGirt told him now.
He threw 29 jabs in each round.
Right. So he was boxing beautifully.
Yeah. And Ward, they said, was a slow starter.
Yes, and he did get cut. He got cut in the first round. A little cut.
Yeah, over the eye, which bothered him the whole fight. I mean, it just kept getting worse and worse as time went on.
Right.
So it looks like Arturo, you know, if you're in his corner, you're saying, okay, I'll throw 30 jabs. I'll keep him at bay. And when it comes time to get in and throw some punches, I mean, he could definitely bring the heat too, Arturo.
Oh, sure. He could hit. He had power in both hands.
Okay. But he was doing the smart thing. And if you, like you said, listening to McGirt, I mean, if you watch the tape, between every round, McGirt's telling him, just box, just dance, just, you know, hit him and keep moving. Go to your left. Don't stand still. But something happens when a fighter gets challenged almost.
Yeah.
Then they feel like they have to go toe-to-toe.
Right. Well, Arturo's manager, Pat Link, he said about Arturo, he's a boxer, slugger. But as soon as he gets hit in the face, the boxing goes out the window, and he's just throwing punches like crazy.
Yeah, that's amazing. That really is. All right, so the first 2 rounds are Gatti.
Gatti boxing beautiful.
Beautiful. Round 3 starts, okay? Gatti's trying to do that boxing, but it seems like Ward, his corner, his brother was his trainer, correct?
Yeah, his brother Dickie Eklund.
Yeah. And he's just like, you got to get in there. And he was just like he wouldn't stop. He closed the distance like I've never seen anybody close the distance before, and was inside and started throwing body shots.
Right, and then about halfway through the round, all of a sudden he started coming on strong, Micky Ward. And then they were fighting toe to toe, and then everybody said, "Oh, this is what we expected here." The 2 sluggers. Yeah. And now all the boxing went out the window, and now they start plugging.
Because that's what everybody was expecting. In that 3rd round, anytime there was an exchange and they got in close, you just heard the fans erupt like they were going nuts. That's what they wanted to. That's what they were waiting for.
Yeah, that's it.
So, I mean, that round, a lot of judges, I think, still gave that to Gatti, but it definitely was a closer round.
Right.
All right. Round 4 starts.
Round 4.
And Ward is like, he could smell it. He could get inside and he could do damage.
He banged his gloves together. He said, "Come on, let's fight. This is it." Now he's all pumped. Now this is what he wants. They're in the phone booth, and that's what they want.
And he hit Gatti. He stunned him in that round.
He stunned him bad, and then he actually got hit low too, Micky Ward, in that fight, in that round.
Yeah.
He got hit with a low blow, and Cappuccino, the ref, I think he took a point away. I believe he took a point away from Micky Ward in that round, from Arturo.
In that round, Ward threw 30 power shots and landed 50% of them. 15 shots he landed.
You can imagine that. Right.
And, yeah. And the last half of that round it seemed to me like it was all Ward. Like Gatti was in trouble now.
Right, because now those body shots, they start taking a toll on you. You stop, you stop moving. You kill the body, the head will fall. The legs, they take the legs out of you when you get hit with those body shots, and that was Ward's. That was his focal point. That left hook to the body.
Yeah. So round 5 comes. Right. Okay. And now it's toe to toe. Now the war is on.
Oh, they're at it now. They're at it.
Punches were just like nonstop, punch after punch. Neither boxer took a step backwards.
No.
And if Gatti tried to step back, Ward just went. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Just, I'm coming. I'm right here. And just right nose to nose.
No. Micky Ward was just following Arturo Gatti just around the ring, and then they would start. One guy would come on, then you would stop, and then the other guy, he would come on. The next half of the round. So it was amazing.
Yeah. And in the 5th round, Gatti's right eye started bleeding, so he was cut.
Yeah, he tended to cut a lot, and his eye was swelling up too because he had high cheekbones. So he was well up a little. So now they're both showing and there's still 5 rounds to go now.
Yeah, unbelievable. And it's a flat-out war at this point. So the fight's half over, okay? I would say most judges had it 4-1 Gatti.
Yeah, no, Gatti was winning, but, Ward was coming on now. He was starting to do some punishment.
Yeah. Now, the 6th round, it seemed a little slower. It seemed like he started boxing again. Between rounds, McGirt is just telling him, you got to box. You have to hit, stick, and move. You can't just take shots. He was telling him, you don't have to take those shots to the body.
Right, yeah. And Micky Ward, the punches Gatti was hitting Ward with would usually knock somebody out. But Micky Ward, he was coming back for more.
Unbelievable. I talk about warriors. I mean, real warriors. It was amazing. It really was truly amazing.
And at this point, the crowd, they're just on their feet going crazy now.
Yeah. And
this is like a throwback fight from the 50s.
Yeah. And as the round was coming to an end, it seemed like Ward was back to, all right, he closed the distance again, and now he was chasing Gatti around. But Gatti, I think, definitely won the round.
Yes. Right.
All right. So, I mean, it's 4-2, easy. 4-1-1 because a point was taken away that one round for a low blow. So Gatti's kind of in control still, but Ward is definitely in a fight. He's in a fight.
Well, Ward's coming on now, though, and then he's closing the points. He's closing the gap a little bit.
Yeah. All right. It's definitely a closer fight. All right. So 7 starts, round 7. McGirt between rounds, that's all he's telling Gatti is you got to box. You got to stick and move. But Gatti just didn't listen. I mean, he just had that warrior mentality. This guy's challenging my manhood. I'm going to go toe to toe.
No, that's right. That's the way he fought.
Yeah. In round 7, McGirt was like really trying to tell him. He threw 31 jabs. Gatti did in round 7.
Right. Yeah.
So he hadn't thrown that many jabs since rounds 1 and 2.
Right. But now he's jabbing because he's trying to listen with Buddy McGirt and tell him, listen, you can't slug with this guy. You're gonna have you use your boxing skills and you'll beat this guy. Beat him easy.
Absolutely.
Arturo was just he was the blood and guts warrior.
Yeah.
That's his nickname, the blood and guts warrior. He wouldn't care.
Yeah.
He take
All
care
right.
of him.
Round 8. We're up to round 8. Both guys are cut. Both guys are bleeding. Okay. Micky Ward, all of a sudden he hits another gear. He just doesn't stop. He is relentless in pursuing Gatti, closing the gap, and making it, like you said, a phone booth, fighting in a phone booth.
Yeah, no, that's it. And no, Ward's having a big round now on round 8.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
and
He landed, he threw 70 punches, Jimmy. He landed 42, Ward did, in the the 8th round.
right. And then
Eighth
all
round.
those body shots now are taking an effect on Arturo, and his legs are starting to give out a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's no quitting him, but he's coming back. And
Yeah.
like I said, the fans are going crazy now.
Yeah, the crowd, I think everybody was standing at their feet because it was literally punches thrown every second. What do you always say? Throw 2, take 1, take 2, throw 1. I mean, it was relentless.
Right.
Now, round 9 happens.
Okay.
Round 9, tell me about round 9.
Round 9. Round 9 is called the round of the century.
Wow.
Like I said, it seemed like it was 10 minutes long.
Wow.
The announcers, Jim Lamb, Emmanuel Stewart, were going crazy at the action in this round. It was unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Ward was he really hurt Arturo, and he put Arturo down. Okay.
Went down.
Hurt him. Arturo went down. They thought
Body shot, right?
Yes. They thought he wasn't getting up. He gets up at 9.5. He gets up. He starts pummeling Arturo. And what the ref didn't see, Buddy McGirt actually had a towel in his hand. Started coming up the stairs to throw the towel in the ring. They never saw that.
Wow.
All of a sudden, Arturo does a 180 and comes back and starts pummeling Ward because Ward put himself out a little bit with so many punches.
Yeah. He looked tired.
And now here comes Arturo back after being
Wow.
out on his feet and knocked down.
Wow.
Now he's going crazy. Jim Lampley says, stop at any time before this. Stop at any time. He wanted the fight stopped. He thought Arturo was out on his feet. And here comes Arturo back now.
Wow. Talk about the heart of a lion, the heart of champions. I mean, for 2 guys that didn't carry a belt into that ring, it's legendary what they did. In that round 9, I recommend it to anybody. You want to see a boxing fight, a real blood, guts, heart, character. Never put them down like round 14. This is the fight to watch. Because it's unbelievable.
It's a must-see. It's a must-see.
All right, so
it's just amazing. So Arturo comes back, and then Ward comes back towards the end. Then they barely make the end of the round, both of them.
Wow.
Both of them. They go back to the corners. And, Micky Ward told his brother, I don't know what that guy has in his head, but I hit him with the best shots, and he won't go down. He won't stay down.
There was a time he might, when after the body shot, when he hurt Arturo, he must have hit Arturo like 4 times in the chin. Like 4 times, solid shots, combinations, boom. You just saw Arturo's head go back and forth. He's still standing.
No, he wouldn't go down. No. That's the heart. That's all heart. That's all heart.
That's why 18 years later, almost to the day, people are still talking about this fight. I mean, like we're doing, breaking it down. That you can put it on and watch it on YouTube or something and just go like, oh my God. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't even know what else to say, but it's a must watch. It is definitely a must watch.
It is. Anytime things get a little rough in life, yada, 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 I'll come home and I'll put that tape on.
Wow.
If I don't feel like working out, I'm a little sluggish, I'll put that fight on. And all of a sudden, my adrenaline starts flowing,
Yes.
And it's like, bring it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's go.
So
Wow.
they start round 10 now. Now, when they start round 10, you're supposed to touch gloves. They actually gave each other a little hug.
Jimmy, it's funny.
That's where the bond started between these two. That's where the bond started.
Yeah. It's funny you said that because actually during the fight, like halfway through, they were actually giving each other like little pats. Like you could see the respect was definitely there.
Yes. They become, opponents. Now they become blood brothers now.
Because they had to.
It would last
Go
until
ahead.
Toro's, to his last day. Those two would become blood brothers.
So they had to know during the fight, we're doing something special here. They had to know, like, this is amazing what's going on.
No, they know. Yeah, that's where the bond started, like I said.
So the 10th round starts. How do they even start the 10th round? Forget about 9 rounds of boxing, put you down. I mean, how do they even start that 10th round? Like, what's left in the tank?
Well, they started, and then there they go again. Now they just start going at each other, just like it
No
was.
defense.
Just kept going.
Yeah, wow. You hit me, I'm going to hit you.
Yeah,
I'm not going down.
There was no quitting. Each guy, it's just, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Let's do it.
How do you, I mean, just think about it. How do you, no matter who your enemy might be or your rival, your competitor, if you're giving 100% and he's taking 100%, you got to have respect. The respect has got to just get there,
Right.
It truly was amazing. So, all right, so the fight's over. And everybody is almost like, you could hear the crowd, like there's a buzz going with the crowd. Like they can't believe the fight that they just saw. Before the winner or loser's announced, they can't believe, you could just hear it, the buzz. You could hear them like, wow, I can't believe what we just saw.
Right. It was almost like a real life Rocky fight.
Yeah. And of course,
afterwards they both hugged each other and whatnot. Now there was, and it could have went either way. No, but that's the thing. No one was sure. It could have went to Arturo. I mean, Ward. It could have even been a draw. A lot of people.
Sure.
And
yeah.
there was a little afterwards. There was a little discrepancy in the scoring. Because one judge scored around 10-7. There really never is a 10-7 round. It should have been 10.
Yeah.
So with that 8, that would have been a draw.
Wow.
He made a mistake. He scored a 10-7. And later on, they looked, and it was 10-8. So later on, it should have been a draw. But, I mean, listen, draw, Ward, I mean, the fans, everyone got their money's worth. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything. You didn't even care who won or lost that fight. There was so much action. You didn't care who won or lost. That's
It was unbelievable. And one of the fights, one of the trilogy, I'm not sure if this one, see if you remember this. They're interviewing him. Larry Merchant's on interviewing the fighters on either side of him. Ward's got a bottle of water, and he gives it to Arturo. Yeah. Was it this fight or the other way? And Arturo drinks it, and gives it back to him. Then Ward they're drinking out of the same water bottle. I mean, talk about respect.
Yeah, like that. That's where the bond started before this between these two guys, and they become best friends till the end. And it's amazing.
Now, their second fight was the same year.
5 years later, I believe, in Atlantic City.
Wow.
Right.
And a different outcome in the second fight.
Yeah, Arturo won that one. Right. Arturo won that one. And of course, that would set up the rubber match. Now, each guy got one. And then in 2003, they would fight the third and final one.
All right. Now, in the second fight, didn't Ward get hurt? An eardrum?
Yes. He got hit. He got hit with a punch. He went down.
Okay.
Eardrum. And he got up. And before that, he said he hit me. He dropped me with one, and then I got up and I was out on my feet, and he hit me with another shot. He woke me up. So he
That's
said,
amazing.
in the same round, he knocked me for loopy, and he hit me. He made me straight up on the second one. He woke me.
That's unbelievable. That really is. And now, what about the third fight?
The third.
Gatti gets hurt.
Excuse me. What was that? I didn't hear you, Phil.
Gatti gets hurt in the third fight.
Yes, he hits Mickey with I believe a right hand. His right hand on his hip.
Correct.
He broke his hand. He come
Yeah.
back around and he told Buddy McGirt, I think I broke my hand. And Buddy said, well, what do you want me to do? Meaning, you want me to stop the fight? Not. He said, no, keep going. So he actually fought Micky Ward with one hand
And won.
won the fight. And won the fight.
Unbelievable.
And then
How many jabs did he throw that fight? Or left hooks, left jabs, everything was left.
yeah, and even after he would throw the right hand, even while it was broken, he still threw some right hands in there.
Now that was Ward's last fight, right? He retired after the third fight?
Yes, after that one, he gave it up, and he's training fighters in Boston. Of course, Mark Wahlberg makes the movie of him,
Sure.
and it gets nominated for an Oscar. He was actually going to quit before all this, and now Micky Ward had these fights. He got $1 million payday.
Wow.
He gets a movie made about his life that gets nominated for an Oscar. He's at the Oscars with his brother. And I believe Christian Bale, I believe, won the supporting actor in that.
Yeah, I remember.
So this was all about his life. That's why you say don't quit. He could have quit years ago. He didn't quit, kept fighting, and had all this. And now he's like a boxing, he's a boxing.
It's in the Hall of Fame.
God, boxing God.
Well deserved too. Now, Gatti continued to fight.
Continued to fight. He won another title, and then he lost a couple. And then he still wanted to go. And Buddy McGirt says, listen, you did everything. Forget about it. Give it up. And Arturo didn't believe in that. He just said, okay, take care. And that walked out of the gym, I believe, in Vero Beach. And that was the last time Buddy McGirt saw him. So he needs a trainer. Pat Lynch, the manager, says, I heard Micky Ward's training fighters. Arturo says, you think he'll train me? He says, well, I'm telling you. He calls Micky Ward up and says, yo, Mick, what are you doing? You want to train me? I want to fight again. And he didn't answer him. He thought he was teasing.
Wow.
And he actually came on board and was Arturo Gatti's trainer.
That's amazing.
But Micky Ward says, listen, I was really there to motivate him. I mean, I'm not going to teach him how to fight, but that's how full circle these guys came from, not knowing each other and to being best friends. And now one guy's actually training the other one for his other fight. And
that is a Hollywood movie. You can't make that up.
No. And I think his last fight was 2007. He lost, he got knocked out, and he walked away.
Wow.
Interestingly enough, they were supposed to, it's still on the back burner, but they're thinking still about making the movie of Arturo Gatti's life, which
what a movie that would be.
Which is a movie in itself right there. I don't understand. And are you familiar with the HBO series at the time, Entourage?
Yes.
All right, Entourage. The guy in there, Turtle, who played Turtle.
Yeah.
He was in training to play Arturo. And he
really?
Like 40 pounds. And I mean, he got into boxing shape, 40 pounds. He was supposed to play Arturo.
Wow.
And but it fell through at the last minute, and hopefully they decide to make his life story. Mark Wahlberg was thinking to make part 2 of the Micky Ward series with just these
Yeah.
two guys in their fights.
Wow.
But you know, that didn't turn out. But they should do Arturo Gatti's life. And it's unfortunately, you know, in Brazil, he lost his wife. You know,
Sad ending.
some strange circumstances. You know, we're not going to get into that. But it's
Yeah.
a shame. He was a young guy still, and it's too bad. You know, he was.
Wow.
And like I said, I met him 3 times, and he was a perfect gentleman, nicest guy in the world. You know?
Wow. That's what a great. I mean, going back and watching this tape and watching the tapes of the other 2 fights and getting to know the history, and then great job following up, Jim. I mean, with what happened after the fight, I mean, Ward retires, then he trains Gatti. I mean, unbelievable.
A movie nominated
The
for
movie.
nominated for an Oscar.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
You know,
Amazing.
what these 3 guys did with no belts on the line for 30 rounds. No
30 rounds.
And people don't. I bet you poll people and they don't know who won 1, 2, 3. They don't care. When you say Gatti, you say Ward. Gatti
Wow.
Ward, and that's it. That's all you got to know. Gatti Ward. No.
Both fighters exemplify never put him down.
Never put him down.
Yeah, I'd never. I mean, it's amazing. That's why we pick fights like this. I mean, because it's always a fight where there's no quit in either fighter. Amazing, but this fight was truly amazing. It really was. Wow.
No, that's it. And, you know, just talking about it right now, I'm so pumped up, Phil. I think I'm going to go on my treadmill right now.
Okay. I'm going to go do push-ups.
You do.
Nah, maybe not.
I'm going to run some more just talking about this fight.
Wow, that's all. It pumps you up. Absolutely. I'm going to go watch it again. It's amazing. It really is.
That's it, Phil. But it's been great.
All right.
Good one.
Jimmy, I want to thank you very much for another great episode. Thank you for all your insight and all your history. I really appreciate it, Jim.
Thank you, and my pleasure. And
all right.
In touch.
Thank you. Fight night, every Tuesday, round 14.
There it is. There it is.
There it is, champ.
IBF, Arturo Gatti,
IBF.
World Championship ring. Right there.
Awesome. Right there.
Pow. Coming at you. Pow.